Okay, hello guys. We're going to do this video a little bit of it face to face because we got to talk about the ridiculousness that is coronavirus and the complete overreaction while our environment crumbles around us. And yeah, this is kind of on topic because it does have to do with the environment. All right, because there are serious environmental issues going on that the news is not talking about. But first, I gotta call out News 12 Long Island because they're actually the worst offender in this complete overreaction with coronavirus. This is all they've been talking about is this damn coronavirus. All right, let me explain something to you. Coronavirus is just a bad cold and flu type of virus. That's all it is. So why the overreaction? You know, the flu has killed way more people than coronavirus has. And yet they're completely overreacting about it. And we know why this is. And this just confirms my theory that News 12 Long Island is gearing to a certain demographic. We all know those finance professionals, those white finance professionals. And why are they overreacting? Because it's affecting Wall Street. That's why. We've seen Wall Street drop. The stock market actually has dropped for the past 2 days in a row. But the day before it went up a lot. And it's just all about these people. It's always all about these people with News 12. It's always all about it. So first I want to show you the difference before I get started with this video. We're going to take a look at some clips from News 12 today.
On News 12, we had 11 new cases, 8 in Westchester, 3 in Nassau County. That brings the total to 44.
The new cases of coronavirus in New York.
It's kind of just alarming that it's in your community now, where you live.
New information about the Uniondale man who's hospitalized with the virus. Plus, 5 Chilean men arrested for allegedly breaking into
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stone Grissom.
And I'm Macy English. 3 more Nassau residents now have confirmed cases of the coronavirus.
Yeah, the Nassau County executive announcing the patients are connected to the hospitalized 42-year-old Uniondale man. News 12's Virginia Huey begins.
So as you see in the clips, that's all they talked about. Barely anything on the crime. Because again, the people in their enclaves, they for the most part don't have to deal with all the crime. We're the ones that have to deal with it. And barely anything on the storm too, by the way. This very intense coastal storm that is just missing us. But meanwhile, let's take a look at News 12 New Jersey and see what they were like.
Fired a strip mall with a daycare full of children just a few yards away. Coronavirus fears growing worldwide, how the virus could affect your travel plans. And at long last, the weekend is here. And Dave is here to tell us what we can expect weather-wise. I'm Eric Lanskroner. You're watching News 12 New Jersey.
Well, we're dealing with the clouds and the rain showers. That'll be the foregone conclusion in the forecast for the next couple of hours. And then the weather is going to improve. But we do have some iffier conditions right now here in northern sections of New Jersey. The further north and west we go, we've actually seen a little bit of a changeover from rain to snow.
So as you can see, they actually spoke about some local news there in their intro there. And they led off with the weather, all right? Because this is a pretty significant storm that could have been a pretty big storm for us. And the fact is, this is a very unusual storm. If you watched my other weather update, you know that this storm has bombed out because it's sitting over water that's over 10 degrees Fahrenheit above normal. So what happens when you have warmer water is you have more intense storms. And this is part of the climate emergency we are in. But the news was completely overreacting over this coronavirus. And everybody, and such, it's causing panic. The media is causing panic over this damn coronavirus because it's nothing to worry about. All right, it's nothing to worry about. It's just a bad cold or flu. And for those who have pre-existing medical conditions, are those the ones that are going to wind up in the hospital, and those are the ones that could die from it. It's the same with any bad virus. Yes, sick people should stay home. It's common sense. We see all over the place that sick people are out coughing on the train or whatever. And there's nothing more annoying, and I've experienced it several times. And you're sitting down in a place or a train, and it's not even that crowded. Some sick person's got to go right by you, and then you got to get up and move. Of course, people who are coughing should stay home because they spread disease. It makes sense. But I'm a little worried about the violation of civil rights here. You see, hearing about people trapped on cruise trips, people being quarantined for something it's completely excessive. ever remember this kind of hysteria about Ebola, and Ebola was a lot more scary because that is fatal, that very fatal disease. It's not, and it can be spread airborne. But yet we don't hear about that because it's not affecting Wall Street, so therefore nobody cares. But this is affecting Wall Street, so we all got to stop what we're doing and worry about a certain demographic, right? Yeah, well, this isn't going to be so much about that. It's going to be about what's happening in the world here, in this climate crisis that we're dealing with. We had the Nashville tornadoes, which were terrible. We've never seen tornadoes like this in Nashville, especially this time of the year. Very devastating. We're going to talk about the Great Barrier Reef that's going to experience a heat wave. We're going to talk about this record warm March that we're going through here. Our planet is dying. We are in a climate, let me get this straight through everybody's heads out there, that this coronavirus, I don't give a crap about it. All right? I don't give a crap about it. You know what I give a crap about is the fact that we had no winter this year, that January 2020 was the warmest on record on the whole planet. All right? March could very well go that way. We are in a climate emergency, and we're worried about a bunch of stupid cold viruses floating around because a certain demographics upset because it's affecting trade with China. That's really all it boils down to. That's all it boils down to. It's always about them. It's always about them. And News 12 stopped TV to cover this. They actually covered the governor, Cuomo, running his mouth about this.
How did you get to 950 million to 8 billion? When the Vice President's on the phone saying to me, don't worry, we're going to make sure the states get the money.
Investigation. Reaching out to contacts of these patients as we did with the first patient.
Yeah, the same governor who forced Andy Byford out. And we know that. There's a story you should watch. All right? There's a story you should watch. All right, everybody's panicking. Billions of dollars. They want to spend billions of dollars on this stupid coronavirus. When we should be spending billions of dollars on protecting the environment. We should be spending billions of dollars on mass transit. Right now, they're actually starting to reduce mass transit. They're canceling Acela trains now over this. That's going to be more people getting in their cars and driving. More pollution in the air. That's the serious problem. That's the serious problem. And then we have the big ban in New York, which is BS. And now, unfortunately, New Jersey is trying to pass a similar ban. They're planning on passing it. Well, they're trying to. Hopefully, they can stop it. However, New Jersey's ban is a complete ban on all single-use, which means it doesn't just ban single-use bags. It bans single-use styrofoam containers. It bans anything that's single-use, basically, that you're going to get on the outside. But that makes a lot more sense than New York's ban. I mean, if you're going to do it, you got to go all the way, all right? Because people can still get those styrofoam containers, the plastic containers for the takeouts that I see littered along the side of the road all over the place. If you're going to do it, you got to ban it all, not just some things. And again, New Jersey gets it right. We know that the government in New Jersey it cares more about the people, whereas in New York, it's just all about Wall Street. It's all about Wall Street. That's what it's always about, is Wall Street. I'm tired of it. And then the president thinks we're doing great because Wall Street's was doing great. What about all these stores going out of business? The facts are that the middle class and the poor are suffering more than they ever have. All right? While Wall Street is doing great. Well, now they're not doing so great. All right? But like I said, I'm not here to rant about Wall Street. I've done plenty of that in the past. I'm here because we have a serious environmental crisis in this planet right now. And the media, maybe this is some kind of smokescreen that Wall Street has devised to try to distract from the real crisis going on this planet, and that's climate change. And if you think coronavirus is bad, there are a lot more germs out there that are ready to be let loose by climate change. The fact is, we've had a lot of people sick this year. It's actually one of the worst flu seasons on record here in the Northern Hemisphere, and also one of the warmest winters on record. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. because extreme cold kills off germs. It kills off the viruses and the bacteria. When you don't have that extreme cold, all that stuff is gonna float around, and just wait till the ticks come out and the mosquitoes. This is going to be one of the worst summers on record when it comes to that, and that's going to spread a whole lot of disease around. And yet, Lyme disease is a lot more serious than coronavirus. And yet, has Lyme disease ever gotten this amount of coverage? No. What about West Nile virus? No. Eastern equine encephalitis. Those are some serious diseases right there that are a lot more serious than coronavirus. Are they talked about? No, they're not talked about because they don't affect a certain demographic. And News 12 Long Island, I mean, it's so obvious, and it just seems to be the Long Island division of News 12, because we all know it's all about Wall Street on News 12 Long Island, and Macy England and her preppy. I mean, that woman is so damn preppy. I mean, it's like just the preppy perfection that you see on the South Shore. That's all they gear to. It's all they gear to. It's just... So anyway, let's talk about some of the ridiculousness that's going on. So the first thing that we have to talk about is these horrible tornadoes that hit Tennessee and Nashville in particular. These tornadoes were so strong, they destroyed power transmission lines. And I want to show you some of the pictures here. This is what these tornadoes caused here. There's a video here that's playing here of a high voltage transmission tower that was destroyed. This is a section of a large 500 kilovolt transmission line. Let's see if I can move this, put this in here so you can get an idea. Look at the destruction here. These are big metal transmission lines that were destroyed by this wedge tornado. It was a wedge tornado that wound up hitting Tennessee and Nashville, and this caused major problems to the power infrastructure there. Luckily, they were able to restore people power, and it didn't cause a blackout, but at least not a long-term blackout. But you can see, look at this destruction that you're seeing here. This is from Nashville. So absolutely insane destruction that we're seeing. I think there are some pictures here of some of the damage here. Rebuilding the power infrastructure system. This is the TVA, the Tennessee Valley Authority here. Here's some pictures. So here you go. Look at that. That is a metal transmission line just knocked down. Look at that. There you go. Another picture just knocked down of this. And this is some of the destruction here from this tornado that is caused. And these are the kind of disasters we're going to see more of due to climate change. And this is the crisis that we are going through. Here's another picture of more damage here due to these transmission lines around Nashville. Okay, here's more. 31, they said here in that post there, they had 31 towers down. Look at this, due to this tornado. So this is what the news should be talking about. 31 electrical transmission structures damaged and 17 lines down in the Middle Tennessee area. So this is what they're doing here. This is, again, more of the disaster. There's a Cumberland River near Briley Parkway in Nashville. This is one of the towers that was knocked down. So this just tells you the kind of energy that was involved in this tornado. Here's another picture of another power line down. This tells you the kind of damage that this tornado has brought to Nashville, and actually terrible. If we look at Nashville, we can get some pictures, and so this is the destruction here, complete destruction of neighborhoods and stuff. Here's some pictures of what it looked like here. Here's a video. This is the airport here, John Toon Airport, $39 million in damages. Here's a picture of the tornado. So it's like a big stovepipe, almost like a wedge tornado that hit. So terrible disaster in Nashville. And then we have this. Great Barrier Reef is undergoing a widespread bleaching event. And this is the Great Barrier Reef is going to be going extinct, and it's one of the biggest coral reefs in the whole world that is dying due to climate change. March is typically the worst month for bleaching. And they said 50 up to in 2016. There was one in 2016, 2017 that killed up to 50% of the reef. This is likely to be bigger, and it's all due to very warm waters off the coast of Australia. And they say here, they show you here, and I'm not going to show you the whole article, but it's showing you the hot spots where there is above average ocean temperatures, and look at that on Australia. Look at all this warm water. I mean, literally the whole world is full of this warm seawater. Climate change's role, and you can see here, this is the anomaly over the years. And look at how it's gotten much warmer. And we have that warming in the Antarctic too. This is what bleaching looks like. It kills the corals, and corals are a very important part of the life support systems of this whole world. So, like I said, the planet is dying. The oceans die, we die, and that's a lot scarier than coronavirus. So let's take a look at these temperature anomalies here across the world. So ocean, we're going to look at sea surface temperature anomaly, and you can see, look at all the red here that you see, a lot more red than blue. So let's go to Australia right now, and you're going to be able to see this anomaly off the coast here. These very warm sea surface temperatures. It's where the Barrier Reef is. 3.1 degrees Celsius above normal. It's 5 degrees. It never ends with Australia. First the fires, now this bleaching event that's occurring. Yeah, this is an absolute disaster what we're going through on this planet right now with climate change. And also warm waters around the Antarctic too, by the way. So you're seeing ice melt, very rapid ice melts that are occurring. And just look at this warm water all over the globe. The whole globe is on fire, folks, this warm water. And people are panicking over a stupid coronavirus. Wait till they find out how screwed we are due to climate change. That's really going to be scary. And the other thing is the ridiculous warmth that we're seeing this March that we're going to continue to see. This warm winter is turning into a very warm spring. So we're looking at a temperature anomaly chart, GFS, and just take a look at how, first of all, notice how much more red there is than blue. All right, there's a small area of below normal temperatures over Alaska. That's it. Everything else is above normal. So let's move this along, and I bet you that above normal area is going to get bigger. Yep. Look at that. So we move this to the North America one, you'll see here the warmth that's going to be prevailing across the whole country here. All right? And this is what we're dealing with. Record warmth. Some areas are below normal, some areas are cold, but by and large, most areas are warmer than normal, and that is what climate change is about. That's what climate change is doing. Yes, there are some areas that will get cold weather, but by and large, most people are experiencing warmer than normal conditions, and that is going to continue to increase and get worse over time. So 2020, the new decade, it could be starting on a very chaotic note here as we deal with these ever-increasing problems due to climate change. And because it's been so mild in so many places and so many areas have also been dry, I've heard about Siberia being warmer and drier than normal, there could be lots and lots of fires again, and that means more hazy skies in the summer due to all these fires going. We are in a serious climate crisis. And the world we are at the brink of seeing many life support systems collapse. We could be on our way to the next major extinction. We're in it right now. And it's only going to get worse. But the media would rather you think about coronavirus because it's affecting Wall Street. And the planet is dying. I don't give a bleep about Wall Street. All right, I don't give a bleep if the stock market drops 10,000 points on Monday. What I care about is this planet. You can always fix the stock market. You can always fix the economy. We screw up this planet, we don't know where we're going to go. We haven't found another planet like this one. All right, so we've got to cut out this nonsense with this damn coronavirus. And for those people out there who are going to stores and hoarding masks and hoarding cleaning products, you all should be ashamed of yourselves. Right? Because there's some people who really need those, and you're denying that to them. All right? It's probably all a certain demographic, too, that's doing it. All right? It's all a certain demographic. And so for those who say, why do you have such a beef with a certain demographic? Because a certain demographic keeps getting attention, they keep getting their way, while the crisis on this planet is completely ignored by the media. Okay? So we are in a serious crisis here. All right? And I hope you've been enjoying some of these pictures from yesterday when I was in the Pine Barrens in Deer Park. But we are in a serious crisis on this planet right now. And we need to take this climate crisis seriously. Forget about the damn coronavirus. Let's focus on the crisis that we are going through on this planet right now. Because there are ecosystems dying. We are experiencing rapid warming. And we need to do something about it now. We need to stop burning fossil fuels like it's going out of style. We need to reduce our fossil fuel consumption, then eliminate it. Because we don't need to be burning fossil fuels. The next thing we need to do is we're going to have to actually do something to mimic a volcano eruption to reduce the sunlight getting down to the surface and slow this climate crisis down. All right, we've seen the effects of what volcanic eruptions did in the past, and we're going to need to do that again. All right, but the way we're going now, global warming and climate change is worse. The models can't keep up with it. We can't keep up with it. And you know what? For those who want humanity to survive, we need a planet that's healthy, and our planet is dying. All right, whether it be the coral reefs, whether it be the southern pine beetles, whether it be the icebergs melting, the ice caps melting, and the climate stress, the storms that are being created. We have more energy in the atmosphere, and water vapor because the oceans are warmer. That is something to be scared of, and I am truly scared of climate change. That's something we should be scared of. That's something we should be taking the most amount of our focus on, not this stupid coronavirus. So it's affecting Wall Street. Like I said, I don't give a damn about Wall Street. I give a damn about this planet. I give a damn about our Pine Barrens. All right? Those are irreplaceable. Money can always be replaced. Life cannot. Thank you for watching.